till just now.
Oopsies.
Dude, listen to this shit. Oh, I was so pissed. I still am. But hold on.
Why?
What'd you do?
Sinfernal Gaming is now live. Streaming Final Fantasy XIV online. Ask me anything.
Now I'm pissed.
And now I'm pissed off.
I watched that.
I'm
You really
pissed off.
you really had to skip through parts of that third episode of The Last of Us games?
I didn't.
What are you fucking crazy? I did.
I watched it.
I did.
I watched it.
I saw the first 10 minutes and I was like, this is gonna be the whole episode.
That whole episode brought tears to my eyes.
It did me too. I was happy, sad that he killed himself at the end with his boyfriend or his husband.
You too.
It literally made me tear
up.
up.
So sad.
It was a sweet episode, but it was an unnecessary episode for the Last of Us story.
I liked it though, honestly. I liked it better than what they did, how they did Frank and Bill in the
It was
game.
fucking Brokeback Mountain Notebook.
You're not wrong.
Not Last of Us.
But it was beautiful.
None of that was in the fucking
It was very
story,
sweet.
Dude.
It was very sweet.
What up, T? I think I know what I want to do for my object.
What do you want to do for your object?
You fucking viewers. That's it.
No, the reason they did it was to show. They were trying to show how time changed for people during the podcast.
They don't need to fucking show that. People know where they're fucking changed. There's no fucking cars on the damn road.
Yeah.
People aren't playing in fucking the streets and shit.
True.
Ridiculous.
So the difference
My grandpa has a bracelet with football rings attached to it made of gold. He played in the NFL back in the day. Search Dan
That's
Ross.
cool.
LaRose.
You finally find Bill. You and Bill find Frank hung
Yeah,
himself.
he's hanging. He hung himself because he didn't want to turn.
Yeah. And then they changed it.
And he did allude that they were gay because he said my partner.
Yeah, it's his partner.
Yeah, he didn't say my wife. They just fleshed out that little bit in the story a lot more than it needed to be.
Dan LaRose.
I liked it though, personally.
But like you were saying, it was sweet. It brought a tear to my eye.
No, not for those. No. Yeah, those are just a button.
I was pissed. I felt like it was a waste of an episode.
I felt like it was a waste of an episode too. It could have at least been just a normal length episode, not an hour and a half of it.
Yeah.
I
don't care.
Like, if I wanted to watch,
that shit happened, but I care that it happened all episode. Fuck, man.
It wasn't necessarily all episode.
What?
It was the whole
10
episode.
minutes. It was 10 minutes where it was not, and that was the immediate beginning and the immediate end.
Yeah, but then there was the in-between when Joel and Tess first met them, had dinner with them.
But that's why they're telling the whole story.
And that's all they had to tell in that story. All they had to show in that whole part was how they knew the people, how he knew which house he was going to.
That's it. This dude has a bunch of guns and a vehicle and basically a fucking war shack.
Yeah.
And this is who he is.
Trying to explain that whole episode to my dad was so fucking annoying.
Why? Was he,
Also,
mad?
No, he wasn't mad. He was just confused. He was like, what is going on here?
Well, obviously these two men love each other.
Does he know Last of Us?
He got that. No, he knows I've played them, and he knows that it's based on a game, but he's never played it or seen gameplay of it.
Yeah.
Except for when I was playing it in his bedroom when I was smaller.
Yeah.
When it first came out. Or when it remastered.
Like yesterday, right? When you were smaller, like yesterday?
Yeah, it was like yesterday around 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Like my son says, look at
Have
my
you seen
tummy,
Midsommar?
it's big now.
Yeah, I've
That
seen
was you.
Midsommar. I liked Midsommar. Midsommar reminded me of the movie The Wicker Man. I think it takes place in the same world. In the same island. Did you guys ever see The Wicker Man?
It sounds familiar.
So there's two versions of it. There's the 70s version and the 90s version. The 90s version I think is the better one.
Yeah.
It has Nicolas Cage, and he's like a detective in New York.
Yeah.
Blinker Man.
Some woman shows up, take it, and it's someone that he was engaged to years and years
Right.
ago that kind of fled on him, and he didn't know what the fuck. Well, she shows up to find him and said that she has a child and that she needs his help to find this child, that she thinks something bad's about to happen, and that she lives on this weird island, like Summer's Isle Island.
Yeah.
And through the story, you find out that it's most likely his daughter, right? That's missing. So he has a stronger tie to it, and he goes looking for her. This island is an island full of women, and there's some men that don't talk, and they're kind of like the workhorses. It's all leader women. And what they needed was one of their girls, one of their women, to be tied to an outsider by blood, so he can be a sacrifice for the harvest. And at the end, they have him fucking like stung to death with bees. They fucking hobble. They like break both his shins. They tie him up inside this giant wicker man. They put this mask on him that's filled with bees everywhere. And then they have his daughter set the wicker man on fire with him in it.
No way.
Yeah, it was great. It was so great.
That's wild.
Yep, he thought he was there to save his daughter, but he was really lured there to be a sacrifice.
Right.
That's wild.
It was a good movie.
Sounds pretty interesting.
I fucking ordered 2 breakfast sandwiches from the local fucking coffee shop. They have like their own app. And so I ordered at like 7 something, and then I get a text saying they canceled my order. So it gave me an option to reorder, so I did, and then they canceled it again. But then I looked at my bank account. And they still fucking charged me the $20.
Probably twice. Yeah. So it's a scam site.
No, it's not a scam. I think.
So when they charge you, it takes like a week for your charge back to come back.
Yeah, that's so.
It's so dumb. They can take it instantly, but they can't fucking give it back instantly.
That's exactly
there was one time I had a situation like that literally within a minute of it happening, right? I fucking did it, and I was like, oh, I didn't need to do this. Let me cancel this, right?
Yeah.
I canceled it, and then I didn't have my money. And I messaged them, and I was like, what the fuck? You guys can take the money. Literally 1 minute later, I was like, no, don't take the money. And you can't give it back to me for 7 days?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, if I was able to send it to you within literal seconds, why can't I get it back in seconds?
Within literal seconds. Like, I could right now get your Venmo number and send you money.
Exactly.
Right now, this second, I can send you money. Why the fuck does it take credit card processing fucking a week?
It's ridiculous. Like, so I fucking called my fucking cousin who works there, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, fucking store just robbed me for like $40.
Right.
Not bad.
It feels like you're robbed because now you don't have access to that $40.
Hold on 1 sec, guys. Make sure it's evening. Yep. Nope. Combo. Yep. 50 cents. Send. Yep. Yep. So if you hit last bet, it's just gonna bring up this. So hit it and see how I put it on evening automatically. So all you're gonna do is just change his numbers when he tells you. Nope, you can just push. Yep.
I feel so dumb for not starting the stream when I was supposed to. Playing for 30 minutes without streaming. Damn. The bodies believed to be rappers missing from Detroit found in Highland Park.
Yeah, those 3 rappers.
Yeah, 3 guys had been missing for a couple weeks, and they just found their bodies in Highland Park.
Yep, you're good.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So what's up with the rap gang and this still going on? Like, okay, so like Ice Cube and like motherfucking Trick Daddy, you know, ODB, they were real gangsters.
Yep,
they were real gangsters, and they're still alive now making music. Okay? So I understand the beef between the gangs, okay? And I understand lyrically, they say some shit that they're doing that's either disses or against rival set, right? So never mind.
Yes.
I get it. I get what's going on.
But there's no gang. There's no. It's not really about gangs anymore. It's more about
talking shit to each other.
Credit, right? You want credit, so
you murder someone?
Yeah, people kill people at younger ages now because they think it's cool. Like at this day and age, I'd be way more scared of a 16-year-old with a gun than a fucking grown-ass man with a gun.
Right. For real. Because kids are born and desensitized so much that it doesn't even fucking matter anymore.
Right.
Like, everybody's way overexposed in America.
I was forced to learn as quick as possible.
Way too much. Way too much.
To everything.
Basically does have it.
They don't understand what the value of a life is.
A little bit more with it and he'll just keep
nope.
firing them out.
But that's how the music industry wants people to be, you know?
Yep.
They target kids and give them fucking a $50,000 to $100,000 fucking upfront settlement to take fucking 80% of their income.
You know how to do it, right? You'll do it? Okay. Yep, 20 on 4.
20 on 4, please. How much is gas where you are?
It's $3.49.
I was gonna say it's only like $3.24 here.
Dude, this summer it almost hit like it almost peaked at like $5 this previous summer. Yep, total clear. Yep, perfect. Yeah, this fucking previous summer it was almost like $5 a gallon.
Damn.
$4 also Who Dart Station.
It's a delivery job, so I was basically spending my tips right at the end of the night to refill my mom's tank.
Fuck. Hi, Dart.
Yeah, so at that point, I was like, why the fuck am I even working here?
Gas here reached over $7 a gallon.
Fuck out of here.
Really?
Yeah, right now it's like the premium gas is like $5.19.
But what's your guys' minimum wage though?
Like $17.50.
Yeah, there you go. Ours is like 13. I think ours just hit like 14.
They just raised it to that though. Like it was only
because the year passed.
Yeah. What's fucked up is like most of my jobs I've been a waiter, like a server at different restaurants, and I made bank. I made great tips.
Yeah.
In 5 hours of work, I was bringing home between $250 and $350 a day in cash in my pocket. Right? I could not complain about that.
The cost of living there has been crazy then.
But I've never been a server in California. Okay, everywhere I've been a server, you only make $2.13 an hour, and you only get tips if you're a good fucking server and you're personable with your customers, right? Plus, your $2.13 an hour. Guess what? That you have to pay your own insurance.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So you're paying your own insurance. Then you know what else they want you to do as a server? They want you to tip out your bussers. They want you to tip out your dishwashers, and they want you to tip out your cooks when they get full fucking paychecks. They get full paychecks.
Holy shit! I would *V.
How fucking sickening is that? Literally,
like that should be illegal.
It should be illegal as fuck. How they treat the service industry workers. Like, that's why I have a problem with everybody not wanting to tip their service workers, okay? So in California, I understand maybe not wanting to because you're still making $17.50 an hour at least, okay? You're making your $17.50 an hour plus tips. Now, tips are a fucking gratuity. They are a gift. You're allowed to be given $10,000 every year, no taxes. So when you're getting tipped, you get taxed on your tips. You have to claim your tips at the end of every night and then get taxed on your tips.
Just the tip, though.
Just the tip, yeah. Now,
promise me it's just the tip.
Right, but it's not just the tip. It's the paycheck. It's your life.
What the fuck?
You're gonna get the whole thing up your ass, dry. That's what's gonna happen.
I guess I'll take it.
All right.
Dry?
Now, yep, dry. You're gonna have to enjoy it too. You're gonna have to fucking enjoy it. Do it with a smile on your face, right? Thank Hail Satan that fucking drugs aren't taxed.
Like the penguins from Madagascar, just smile and wave, boys.
Right?
Smile and wave.
Exactly. It's just really trash. So like, there's a big thing going on in social medias right now where people who have tipping jobs, like where they're only getting paid, they're getting complained that nobody's tipping correctly, right? And everybody else is like, you get a paycheck. They don't understand that paycheck is $2.13 fucking cents an hour in every state except for California.
It's a little different here. I think at the restaurant I worked at, the waiters and waitresses got paid like $7 an hour, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky. You guys are lucky.
That was because that restaurant.
And
was like,
unless you work at like something like Dunkin' Donuts, your tips are your tips.
Right. Like Starbucks, you know what they do? They have tips. They have a tip jar, right? Those tips get divided. Those tips get divided amongst all the baristas at the end of each week.
Yeah, that's fucked. Like, but then again, we're at the restaurant I worked at,
which is fucked up because if it's divided amongst all the baristas, what if there's one barista that's a part-time employee where there's another barista who's picking up extra shifts?
Exactly.
Right.
That barista picking up extra shifts deserves a larger cut of those tips because they've been there more. Absolutely. They've gotten more of those tips, but it gets divided amongst all of them. Like the whole tipping, the tipping needs to really, really change. If anybody does fucking something for you, if you're at the goddamn grocery store and someone says, "Do you need me to carry these out for you and put them in your car?" You owe them a tip.
At a lot of these places, you're not allowed to even take tips.
Yeah, you're not allowed to. I wasn't allowed to when I worked at Tops, which is my grocery store. I was a cashier, and whenever I had an old lady who had a lot of stuff, I would offer if they needed me to help them load their car up.
Yeah.
When I worked at Home Depot, they don't allow you to take tips either. But every time I did take something and load it into their truck or whatever, they always tipped me, and I just didn't say shit about it.
Right, you just pocket that shit and don't say anything. Yeah. Hell yeah, thank you so much, I appreciate it. And there's more people that are willing to offer you that than not willing to offer you that.
Of course. Absolutely.
I've had customers as a server where, like a table full of people, and they would order stuff, right? And then I would put in the order correctly, and I'd have a good relationship with my customers, right? Yeah. But something would be wrong with their food, it took long, it wasn't cooked right, something was wrong in it, right? And I had one table, for instance, where everybody complained. They left a note with most of their plates not eaten, right? They said, "We're not paying this bill, but we're tipping our server." They left a $100 bill for me, which was twice the amount of what their bill was.
Right.
But my boss made me pay for their meal.
Fuck you.
No, you're good.
Yeah, they had a big complaint about why they weren't going to pay for it, but they said that their experience with me was amazing, and so they were tipping me. I had to pay their fucking meal out of my tip.
Fuck them.
Should have brought them to court for that. No, but the restaurant I worked at where they got paid like $7 something, this place charged like over $20 for a simple fucking like Caesar salad.
It's disgusting what people what they charge for things. There is this one restaurant in Albuquerque in an area called Nob Hill, which is like Snob Hill, where they had all these fancy restaurants there, and one of them charged like $19 for a bowl of kids' macaroni and cheese.
Jesus Christ. That's fucked.
Right?
Yeah, fuck that.
Like, the kids' menu was as expensive as an adult's menu at every other fucking restaurant.
That's... If I were to ever see that, I'd be like, yeah, we're not eating here.
Yeah, I did. We left. We fucking left. We sat there, we ordered our water, we looked at the menu, and we were like, nope.
Yeah, there have been occasions where me and my dad have done that, too. Like, there was this place called, like, the Brick House Tavern.
Yeah.
Like, we had the expectations that it was going to be, like, a little pricey, but, like, nothing too crazy. But when we went in there, we sat down, we looked at the menu, we saw the prices for shit, and how, like, scarce the menu was. There were only, like, a few items on the menu. We were like,
right?
Yeah, no, this is...
Have you guys ever eaten at one of those places that gives you a palate cleansing sorbet between each meal?
Yes.
Those are expensive-ass fucking places.
Oh, absolutely.
I took one of my first girlfriends to one of those fucking 3-star Michelin restaurants in Nevada. And my God, that shit was pricey as shit. And it's all paid for it's only paid for the way that it looks on the
Right, and
plate.
you get less portion.
You
It's
get way less
bullshit.
portion. It might taste okay. It's not even the greatest food. I would rather eat some fucking Velveeta shells and cheese
For real.
with hot dogs in it,
I-
with some all beef
I
Hebrew
honestly-
Nationals. Way better meal.
I would much rather cook from home than go out to eat. But obviously, going out to eat's nice too every once in a while.
Right.
Yeah, the experience is great.
Yeah.
But-
Like Nikki said,
When
she's
you-
never been to Applebee's. Applebee's is a good environment, and it's got good food,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's not outrageously
Applebee's
priced.
is awesome.
Right.
Oh,
Chili's.
hell yeah.
Chili's.
Applebee's, they got
Chili's
the
has
2 for
great food.
$20.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chili's has great food. It's a good environment.
Oh yeah.
It's not outrageously priced. You know,
Yeah,
that's the
absolutely.
kind of Outback Steakhouse. A little bit pricier, but a great fucking environment.
I don't really like Outback. I've only been there once. I did not have a really good
Outback's
experience.
alright.
Like
I
the
like
best.
Texas Roadhouse
Yep,
better.
Texas Roadhouse is good. The best motherfucking
love
buffet to go
Texas
to
Roadhouse.
is the Golden Corral.
Never
Yep,
been
Golden
there.
Corral.
Golden
awesome.
Corral
They
is the
have
motherfucking.
ribs.
It's got ribs. It's got steak. It's got all the countries. It's fucking badass. Golden Corral is the best motherfucking.
I'm actually.
all you can eat for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. The reason why I took the early shift today was so I could go out to dinner with my buddies for my bro's birthday.
Hey,
And if
tell
you
your bro
really
happy
like
birthday.
Pizza, CC's is good too.
We're going to.
I've never had
when
CC's.
you go to Florida, go to CC's, bro. It's all
Okay.
you can eat. Fucking pizza, pasta.
Ooh.
They got
That sounds-
fucking
Sounds up my
what's it
alley.
called?
I'll have to try that out.
and pastries. I don't know what kind of pastries. I forget, but
What is
it's
Area
like-
1 over here? So you
it's
guys'
like
stream
one
is
of them
practically
only
over.
buffets.
See, that's what's cool about buffets. Like when you don't know what you want to eat, there's so many options in front of you, and you can just decide.
Dude, they have this fucking cheese pizza with this cheese sauce instead of pizza sauce with macaroni and cheese on top of it. It's fucking bomb.
That sounds good. But fucking
Butt fucking. And yes, butt fucking.
yeah,
But fucking.
The Last of Us episode 3.
Whenever I hear that, whenever I say that too, like butt fucking, like, and then I usually say
Butt bucket.
not butt fucking, but fucking,
Butt
and then I'm like, wait, butt fucking, yeah. Because either way, it's all good, right?
Butt bucking.
Right? Butt
Right.
fucking. Butt fucking. Okay, you guys, stream is over. I gotta go. Infinite
You
peace,
gotta go,
love, and
dude?
positivity directed at you. Yeah, it's after 9.
Who gives a
Oh,
fuck, man?
it's not after 9. I got 30 seconds. I got 30 seconds. Let's go. I'm fucking gonna utilize this 30 seconds.
Oh shit, that was great. That
30
was
seconds.
fucking
We're gonna
great.
help Area.
Help that.
Araya.
Help that bitch.
I don't know what her fucking name is, okay? I don't know what her name is.
The help is there.
I'm such a powerful fucking red mage.
I thought you were a white mage.
No, I've been a red mage.
Oh shit.
My boss texted me and said 2 o'clock boss when I was supposed to be here till 1, but I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever. Extra hour. on my
extra
paycheck.
hour for you. Yeah.
Exactly, and I got the training here, so he's just working for me.
So in some states, check it out. Anything over 8 hours in a day is overtime. Or
Yep.
anything over 40 hours in a week is overtime. Or
Right.
I worked a
anything over your scheduled time. If you were scheduled
I
for 4
wish.
hours and they ask you to work for 3 hours, then those 3 hours are overtime hours. For 3 additional
I
hours,
wish.
then those 3 additional hours are overtime hours. That's the best opportunity right there. Next best is anything over 8 hours in a day.
I've worked 11-hour shifts here before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 40 hours here. Anything over 40 hours.
Yeah, I just learned today that anything 35 hours and over is full time.
Yep.
Yep. If you're
thought
working
I- I
more than
thought I-
35 if you're working 35 hours in 1 minute, you should be considered a full-time employee.
Yeah, I am. So I technically am working full time.
Well, you
But
do
I thought
full-time
it-
shifts.
Exiting game.
Because I thought it was. That's exactly what I said to my buddy earlier. I was like, I thought I signed up for part time, but like I've been thinking about it. I was like, I feel like I'm here so fucking much. I was like, it feels.
He
like I'm
probably
working
did,
part-time.
and he swindled you into full-time.
Yeah, they do. Okay, so check this out. I got to tell you a fucked up story, okay? So my ex-wife,
Right.
when we moved to Wyoming, she got a job at Walmart and she got pregnant. Okay, she was pregnant before she got the job at Walmart. The job at Walmart was in the clothing department for the women's clothing, and she was going to get insurance with maternity leave and all of that, right? So when it came time for her to request her maternity leave, when she's fucking like 8.5 months pregnant, they said you're not covered with maternity leave on Walmart's thing because you're a part-time employee. But she'd been working 49 hours a week. When she first got the job, they put her on as a part-time employee, but they gave her full-time hours, and they never gave her fucking her insurance, so she quit. All right, I got to go, you guys. I love you guys both. James, you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you both for being here. Great conversation. I enjoy being here, having you here with me as a part of our days together. You guys have fun. You know you can stay in the party if you choose. Entering rest mode. Catch you later.